Greetings, and welcome to my channel. This is Sorcerer Tal. You can also find me on Facebook in the Sorcerers Guild. Today, we will not be doing Sorcerer's Shadow Volume 2 and talking about the tools of necromancy. Of course, it's been a few weeks since I posted again, but unfortunately, I am not ready to proceed with that episode. I've had some dramatic turns in my personal life, and I am actually back in Utah taking care of my mother who is on hospice. I don't know how long this is going to last. I will try to film occasionally, but I can't make any promise for a schedule or what I'm going to be able to do. I do have most of my tools with me, so we should get to that tool episode at some point. But today, I feel it's appropriate to talk about passing, mourning, and that sort of thing. Of course, this has been a very difficult process, watching my mother pass. We have been very close my whole life. I've always cared a lot for my mother. And not only is she passing, she has told me specifically that the spirits that we work with, because she works with the same beings that I do, Fred, Yarvo, the Horde, all of those, as well as the Fae, we work with the same beings, always have. They have promised her that at the end of this life, she is going to be able to take a nice long rest. And as beautiful as that is for her, that also, people say, oh, after they pass, like, oh, my mom was watching out for me, that sort of thing. I'm sure my cousins and other people around will be like, oh, there's Aunt Debbie watching out for us, but that's part of the mourning process, is believing they're still there. She is not. She's going to rest. And I'm going to have to listen to other people say things like that, about how, like, oh, that's Aunt Debbie watching out for us, and that sort of thing. And that's okay. That's part of their grieving process. They need to believe that. But I know that she is going to go up to the Horde. She's going to go back to what we call the Swirly, and she's going to be allowed to rest for as long as she likes. She's had a hard time. Not just this life, but the last few have been pretty rough. I like to think there was lots of good ones in this one's, at least after she became a mother. But there were a lot of hard things. And she wants to rest. And that's important to respect one's wishes after they pass. Like, I had a gourd set up like for my nanny and stuff, and all these things that I wanted to do, but she said she wants to rest. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to be using that gourd. In fact, I have been spoken with the Horde on this in particular, and I have arranged for Yarvo himself to come in, help her cross over, which is, I've spoken about him a few times on this channel. He's essentially my own higher self once I actually reach that point and get to where we all eventually get to. Yeah, we all have a Yarvo. But that's part of what we're doing with this channel. And one of the things we're working on, especially with the Dream Doors and all of the S1 project, is helping connect all of us to our highest self that's already there. Well, we've said before, we don't like that word, the fullest self. The one that is outside of time and already learned and knows the path that you should be on and how it goes. And this is, for me, Yarvo. And we have been establishing a strong connection over a very long time. And he's going to help take my mother home. We've had many, many lives together, me and my mom. This won't be the last time she's my mother. But it's hard to see her go. Especially when I know she'll be asleep for a while. It'll probably be a few lives before I actually have her as my mom again. And that's okay. She deserves that. She wants to rest. She gets to rest. Anyways, I will come back to this channel when I can. Like I said, I can't really promise a set time for the next little while, because, well, there's the passing that I have to make sure that her passing on both ends is as smooth and comfortable as possible. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I don't know how I'm going to deal with it once she does pass. We've always been very close. It's going to leave a very large hole in my life. But the channel isn't over. I will finish the book, and we will have other things to talk about. Lots of things to get into still. Channel isn't going anywhere. It's just going to be a bit sporadic for a while. Anyways, bright blessings and an interesting fate. This has been Sorcerer Tao.